Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's wonderful to have you here. I'm glad you could join me. And today we're going to talk all about vocal exercises and what is good to do and why. If you read my posts, you see how often I emphasize vocal exercises. And the reason is that if you want to sing well, vocal exercises is just something that you cannot do without. So I want to make sure that before we start, that everyone who was planning to be here was able to get in. I hope you can easily find your way here. Anyway, I hope you can hear me okay. Please let me know if you can hear me, and maybe put a quick comment so that I know you're hearing me okay. Sometimes these things have a life of their own and they don't work quite as they should. So it would be nice if you could do that. Anyway, I'm just assuming, since I don't see any comments, I'm just assuming that you are hearing me, hopefully. So I will just continue. And so let's get started. So why are vocal exercises so important? So there are two main reasons that I feel vocal exercises are really important for. And the first one is that when you sing a song, you don't necessarily use all the different skills, let's say, that your voice is supposed to have. Like, for example, if you sing a fast song, great, you're going to work more on agility, but you're not going to work on holding notes and being able to hold a note for a certain amount of time and working on the beauty of the tone because the notes are so fast. So there's no time to do that. So vocal exercises allow you to focus on the different areas of your vocal technique, whether it's long notes, fast notes, soft notes, loud notes, low range, high range. So you basically cover all of that. And by doing these exercises on a regular basis, you ensure that you actually cover all of it and keep your vocal technique in good shape, in a situation where whatever you need for any song in any given moment, boom, you're able to do it. So this is one thing. Obviously, the vocal exercises are not just for maintenance. When you are learning, especially, all these exercises help you to develop all these different aspects. So, for example, if you're working on learning how to sing high notes without strain, so it's very important that you do the correct type of exercises that allow you to work just on that, and then you won't focus on other areas. But that will allow you to work really, really in a focused way on that particular area, and then in a short amount of time, you'll be able to understand how to go high and sing high notes without straining. And then you'll be able to implement that in any song. So it is really, really important to not just sing. I know for some of us, vocal exercises are boring. I don't know why. I've always liked them, but I know some of my students really struggle with it because vocal exercises. But I'll tell you this, as long as you want to sing and sing well, vocal exercises will have to be your companions. There's just no way around it. So it's just part of the process. It's just part of the price that you pay to be a good singer. So this is one reason. The other reason is, I mentioned it a little bit, is to be able to keep your voice in good shape. Over the years, especially as you get older, I am discovering your voice, like all the other muscles in the body, tend to become a little stiffer. Like, for example, just to make a comparison, when you're in your 20s, you can easily run and sprint at any given moment, like you're with your friends and you want to run over there, boom, you go. If you try to do that and sprint later in your life, chances are you're probably going to get a cramp or something like that, because the muscles are just not quite as supple anymore. And so in singing, this happens also, which means that in order to keep your voice muscles in good shape, you have to do something on a regular basis to keep them that way. I really like, I do vocal exercises every day and I have for many years. And because I really like that feeling that whenever I need to sing something, anything, my voice is there. I can feel it. I know I can rely on it because I keep close contact with it every day. If I didn't sing or do anything for weeks and then all of a sudden somebody asks, "Oh, would you sing that song?" I would feel a little nervous because I don't know how well my voice responds anymore. So anyway, I just want to emphasize to you before we start our exercises. I just want to emphasize with you why we do these exercises and why I emphasize them so much. And really, that as long as you want to sing, you should consider doing your vocal exercises on a regular basis. Maybe not every day if you don't have time, but 3-4 times a week. And really, even doing it every day for 5 minutes, that's way better than nothing. Don't think that you have to spend hours over painstakingly going over your exercises. You can just do a few minutes here and there. So, okay, so enough of that. Before we move on to the actual exercises, please, if you have any questions, feel free to post them down in the comments and I will do my best to answer them, and I will probably answer them at the end, but go ahead and write them down so that you don't forget. Okay, so here we go. We are going to start with the first exercise. This is an exercise. So, okay, if you watched some of my videos, you've seen how much I emphasize being able to sing with a full voice. A full voice is absolutely indispensable to be able to then build the rest of your vocal technique over there. It's like the foundation of your voice. Why? Because if you sing with a breathy sound, what can you build on that sound? It's kind of, there's no substance to it. So very important that we start. Actually, I'm going to start a little higher. It's a little low for me. Nice. And not nice full sound. Okay. We can develop a full sound by focusing on enunciating. Enunciation and not strain. It's not like you are, you're not forcing the sound. That's not the way to do it. It's more about clearly enunciating the vowels. I say the vowels obviously because we don't sing on consonants except for N and M maybe, but that's rare too. So anyway, so this is the exercise we are going to do. We are going to start here. And we're going to use, rotate between different vowels, but we're going to enunciate the vowel a couple of times, and then we're going to hold the sound like this. E, and hold it for just a few seconds. But the point of this is that every time you pronounce the vowel, you are bringing the vocal cords together so that they have good contact and they can create a full sound. Okay, ready? Let's do this together. Okay, let's start with the vowel E. So, E, E, E. And let's move up one with E, 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 E. Okay, pronounce and hold. Ah, 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 ah. O, 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 o. And be very, very aware of enunciating. Oo, 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 oo. E, 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 e. E, 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 e. A, 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 a. O, 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 o. U, 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 u. I, e, e, e. E, 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 e. A, 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 a. Keep pronouncing the vowels really, really clearly. And now we're going to go back. We're going down with O. O, O, O. U, 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 U. E, 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 E. E, and I'll let you continue on your own. Ah. And O. O. U. 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 E. 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 A. 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 O. 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 U. 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 Okay, so I hope you were able to really feel this this movement inside, where you try to really use your muscles to close the vocal cords together, which is when you try to really emphasize the clear enunciation of the vowel. Okay, so now we are going to okay, first of all, let me see if you have any questions. Is it all clear up until here? I hope this is working for you. I don't see any comments, so I'm just going to move on. I'm gonna need a sip of water. I don't know about you, but okay. So our second exercise is similar to this one. It's just a little bit more advanced. We are going to actually circle through all the vowels on each note. So we're going to E, A, O, U. And if you don't remember the sequence of the vowels, you can write it down for you. So E, A, O, U. So this is the order we're going to do them. I'm not going into why. There's a reason why this order, but it's long and complicated. It doesn't make sense to spend time explaining it, but there's a good reason for it. Just trust me. All right, so we're going to start here, and we're going to circle through all these vowels. So 5 different vowels: E, A, O, U. Okay, so let's go. E, A, O, U. Just make sure you separate each one. E, A, O, U. E, enunciating, super enunciating. I, E, A, O, U. I, E, A, O, U. I, E, A, O, U. I, 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 E, A, O, U. I, E, A, O, U. I, E, A, O, U. And one more, and then we'll go back. I, E, A, O, U. And now let's go back down. I, E, A, O, U. I, E, A, O, U. I, E, A, O, U. And I'll let you continue on your own for a little bit. I, I, A, O, U. I, A, O, U. Keep pronouncing very clearly. I, A, O, U. 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 Okay, we went down a little lower than where we started. Okay, very good. So these two exercises are excellent to work on developing that crispness of tone that is very, very important and necessary when you go and build the rest of your vocal technique, especially when you try to develop your higher range. You need to have solid, full, foundational low notes in order to build on that, the higher notes, and they all really work together. You can't isolate them. Oh, I'll just work on the high notes and who cares about the low notes? No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, so before we move on to the next thing, let's see if there are any questions. Okay, all right, it's going great. Mert, Kara, Mert. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry, but thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying this. All right. So our next exercise will actually be our last exercise, but this will be a good start for you to have these 3 exercises. I would like, yeah, I think we have time for one more. And so this is what I would like to do. Now we worked on the full crisp sound, okay? Now we need to balance that with relaxation, openness of throat, and good resonance. So resonance means when the sound is able to not just come out of your mouth, but to also travel up into your nasal passages, into what they call mask, so this area here of your face, basically, and use your sinuses as sounding boards, because it's more than one. And what that does, it gives the sound depth, richness, so that it's not an edgy sound, but it's more like a cozy, beautiful sound. So basically, it's the difference between ah and ah. You see the difference? The first sound was full, but it was edgy. It was coming out only from my mouth, and I didn't use my resonators up here, my sinuses. The second one went also into my nose and was able to use that part also as sounding boards. It might seem a little weird to you to think about your voice going into your nose and coming out of your nose and not just your mouth, but that's actually what needs to happen. And in order to learn this, this is the exercise we're going to do now. We are going to first hum a note like this. So you'll keep your mouth closed and the sound will basically come out only through your nose. If you plug your nose, nothing will come out. And then after we've hummed for a little bit, then you open your mouth and say ah, like this. Ah. Because once you open, the sound will maintain that beautiful resonance that you've created here. And then you'll see that it's different from but see, some will come out from your mouth, some will come out from your nose. And a little tip, you know you're doing it right if while you sing that note, if you plug your nose, you should hear a difference in the sound, meaning some of the sound is coming out of your nose, so you plugging your nose will modify. So listen. See how it changes? It becomes nasal. Whereas if I just do it from my mouth, no difference. But see? So if you want to make sure you're doing it right, as you hold a note, plug your nose and hear if the sound actually changes. And if it changes, you can, pat yourself on the shoulder and say, I'm doing it right. Great. Okay, so here we go. So we're gonna hold for a moment and then go into ah, okay? Ah. Go up and do the same. And now let's do the same with O. O. I'll do the same with E. E. U. And now back to A. Let's go back down. Okay, so as you do this more and more, you know, combining these two types of exercises that we just did, because they are complementary, like, you know, working on the fullness of the tone is one side. This is what I was talking about in the beginning, that vocal exercises cover different areas of your technique. So first we worked on the fullness, now we worked on the roundness of the tone. But the two things have to be there at the same time when you sing. You want both full and rich and resonant sound. It's not like you isolate them. But in order to learn them, it's always better to isolate them and work on one thing at a time. So work on a full sound and then work on a nice, relaxed, and resonant sound. And then try to put them together. So when you hum, make it full. Don't make it but as if you were pronouncing a vowel, but okay? And that will ensure that once you open your mouth, you engage this area so the sound is more resonant, but it will also ensure that you started with a full sound. Anyway, here's my suggestion. We have just a few minutes left and I want to give you some time to ask questions, but here's my suggestion for you. When we're done here with this live video, go ahead and bookmark this video on your computer or on your phone so that you can come back to it and practice these exercises anytime you want. So don't, because if you don't bookmark it, what happens? It will go down and then it will be very, very hard to find. So I want you to be able to use this video also in the future so that you can do these exercises, and try this simple routine of 3 exercises, I don't know, at least 3 or 4 times a week. It will take you, I mean, if you skip the first part where I was talking and go straight to the exercises, it will probably take you 10 minutes to do at the most. So take advantage of this. You know, some of you ask me, how can I learn? How can I learn? And so this is how you can learn. Do these exercises regularly and then see. You will notice that in a short amount of time, your voice will sound fuller, will sound richer. And most importantly, you will feel that singing becomes easier because these are muscles. So when you start to use them more, the muscles are more in good shape, just like your legs and your arms. It's the same idea. So do these, okay? Now, do you have any questions before you go? And you can ask questions now if you're watching now, but you can also ask questions later if you watch this video even a month from today. I will still see the question and I will answer it, but I just want to make sure those of you who are here, and thank you for being here, by the way, I want to make sure you got everything you need. So I don't see any questions. So how did it go, Mert, this last exercise? Did it work for you? So, all right. So also, please let me know if this is something that you would like me to do once in a while, to just warm up together. I think it's a nice thing to do. And I just want to be able to help you, to really help you to learn to sing better, and not just sing better, but also to be more aware as a singer of the many subtleties of the voice, and also how you can really sing in a way that you're sharing. It's not just about, oh, I'm gonna sing a song I like, but it's really about sharing. This is what I am the most passionate about in terms of singing, that it's fun, yes, but it's also a powerful way to share and to help others. When we sing a beautiful, inspiring song, we can really have a big impact on helping others and uplift others. So I hope you share this vision with me. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your presence, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.